Whew, good morning, good morning. We are back in the saddle again. Oh, stressful times at the moment. Got a new tripod. That's one less stressful item. The real stressful item, there's no snow. We can't be challenged. We can't be put to the test. Look at, there is no snow. There will be though, I assume. I'm hoping. We need a challenge. It's boring driving around in this easy dry pavement stuff. We need to be put to test. And that definitely is a stressful situation. I don't care how much experience one has. That is always stressful. The stressful one I'm basically dealing with at the moment is the truck I'm trying to purchase. Give you a hint. Beautiful blue. Dark, deep blue. That's as far as I'll go with that one. But you gotta never give up, never surrender. I had a few, you want something to happen and you're hoping it happens, but you know that it might not, and then that adds the stress because you want it to happen, and then you don't know for sure if it's going to happen. But man, that's the stressful part. Now, I put a deposit on this truck. Mind you, it's only 1%, $2,000. But it showed I was wanting the truck. Then the dealer was like, "Hey, Mike." Like, "Hey, Bill." He's like, "Did you get that information I need?" I go, "I'm trying to get it, but I can't get it at the moment." I needed a letter of intent saying that somebody would, if I bought a truck, they would put me to work with it. So the problem I'm having is, you probably already know, that the guy I'm hauling for, the guy that owns this truck, well, he's the manager of the guy that owns this truck. They're saying no. But the owner of the big company wants me. So that's the issue we're having in that aspect. But it's cold this morning. Right now it's all balmy, 29 up here on top of the mountain. But down below is cold, so I was like thinking, watching a couple trucks that were pulled over, spending the night. And I'm like, I never worried because I wasn't planning on spending the night in the truck. But buying a sleeper just in case there ever is that issue. Because when I was shopping, they were like, "Oh, well, you don't necessarily need a sleeper, do you?" I go, "Not really, but I want one." Spending a whole bunch of money, you might as well get what you want. Get something that you never know when you're going to be stuck on the side of the road. Trying to sleep in the seat, believe me, is hard. Yeah. Anyway. So, after I got unloaded, made a delivery this morning. We're going to go load up again and make another delivery today. I said, "Oh, let me look at that website again. You guys be out here hauling oil. What are you doing there? Sitting on top of the mountain chit-chatting." 1267 hazmat code. for oil. Anyway, let me go, because I know they had some pictures of the cabin and the sleeper. Let me go in there and look and see what there's that little Colombian girl, Viviana, out here hauling oil. Good for her. Anyway, I figured I'd go to the website and look at the pictures they got, and see if I could see a Wabash heater control on the panel or something to that effect. And I click on, every time I click on the website and I show somebody something, the website's there. I'm glad I stole pictures from it. Yes, I did. I'm a thief. I clicked on it this morning. It's gone. It could mean two things, but I hope it only means one. The two things it could mean in my eyeballs, but I don't know this stuff, is they sold the truck. I think they sold it to me. Now, I wanted to get something done by the end of the year. Today is Saturday, December 30th. Now, I put a 1% deposit on it a couple weeks ago, almost a couple weeks ago. Said I wanted it. I told the guy, I think it's in my other video, like, you sure know how to sell a truck, especially this one. Just let a guy drive it and he's hooked, line and sinker. And so, but I don't know, I haven't heard anything. Come the first of the year, like my accountant said, more than likely it'd probably be the first of the year. I go, I thought they're trying to do this for financial reasons, like at the end of the year, so much money to loan. Nope, that doesn't play a factor. I'm like, okay, that's a relief. Well, I want to get it done by the end of the year because of taxes. No, don't worry about that. We'll stretch it out over 3 years. Doesn't matter if it's this year or next year. I'm like, okay, that's a relief. Then my other theory, because I don't know nothing, our truck driver, is somebody came in cash and bought it. But I already had a deposit on it. And he even told me, he's like, Mike, ever since you put a deposit on this truck, nobody wanted it while it was sitting here. And you go test drive it, you put down a deposit, now everybody wants that truck. I can't believe anybody didn't want that truck ahead of time. She is absolutely gorgeous. And whether I get it or not, I'll show you the pictures. But I don't want to show them to you until I've signed a few papers. Those are the two things I can think of. Either I got it, or somebody else walked in behind me with cash and said, I'll take it. They haven't called me and say, here's your deposit back. Somebody freaking paid more than you're willing to pay. Now, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if they did something like that, if I could sue them. I don't know. I don't think they would do something like that. He's pretty reputable. The guy is awesome. I'll let you know when it's done. Some particulars. This guy is a really good guy. He's got a good sense of humor too. That's how I like it to be. Just tell me straight up front, slap me in the face with it. I don't care if it hurts. Rather that than be getting lied to and stuff. Have games played and all that happy crap. There goes Mr. Bill or Billy. So yeah, kind of stressful. at the moment. Getting close to getting the word. The fact that, like the other day, well, yesterday, the owner of the big company told me, hey, yesterday your banker called. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good news. And originally when I asked him, he goes, nope, ain't gonna do it. Not unless you get the okay. Called the other guy, I'm not giving you the okay. So I'm like, oh, geez, I go to another company. Yep, we'll do it, but we're not gonna do anything till the first of the year. Okay. And I go back to the other guy, the big company. I call the dealer, and he goes, Mike, all I need is someone to say they will. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. So I go back to the other guy, and it was totally different. Time span of a week. Was that, or no, it was the next day. Sorry, I'm thinking something else. So I asked him on a Thursday, nope, on a Friday, right before Christmas. I go in there and talk to him again. Like, yo, here's what I really need. This is all I need. And I want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay here. But we'll get through this issue one way or the other. And he goes, oh, well, I can do that. Just have him call me. And I'm like, sweet. Well, they called him. So that was really good news. But now today when I go open up the webpage to check the controls on the sleeper berth, that truck is gone. What do you guys think, huh? How would you read that? They advertise it. When they pull it, there's a reason they pull it. No longer available. Why? Oh man, I tell you, I hope it's real. This truck is a culmination of all the years I've put into trucking. Like, in order to own and drive this truck, you have to put your time in. Unless you're just stupid and have money and you have a CDL, then you don't have to. But for the working man, you have to earn that stuff. And this one was well earned. So they have a safety score with this company I'm hauling for, the big company, not the little company. I actually work for the little company who then works for the big company. When I get my own truck, I'll be working for the big company, which is what I should be doing, which I will be doing one way or the other. I am definitely buying a truck. I already got cleared from one guy for $160K. So there's that. But, and he calls me every once in a while, how's it going? And I told him, I go, dude, I appreciate the help you've done with me and stuff. I go, but you can't find a bank that'll loan money on a glider kit when that's actually better than a manufacturer. Like, I'll tell you what a glider kit is again for some people who haven't heard it the first time. Glider kit's a manufacturer, Peterbilt, KW, Freightliner, whatever. They build a truck, but they don't put an engine and a transmission in it. They let the buyer put that in, and then they sometimes will do the axles as well. That way a guy can get a brand new truck without all the government intrusion. And you guys know how I hated that Volvo, that lane departure warning, ding, 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 ding. It's like, man, I didn't even leave the lane. Now granted, yes I did quite a few times and deserved that. But there was times I'm doing perfectly straight like here, in between the lines, and that thing would go off. Bunch of BS. But anyway, I hate government. I hate government regulation. It's overkill. It's stupid. They're stupid. They don't know anything about it, but yet they're going to enforce their will upon thy people. We need another 1776 is what we need. Anyway, so I told him, I go, I appreciate the work you've already done. Well, I'm not going to be buying a truck with you that I know of yet. I went and checked out that glider kit, and that's the truck I want. And the dealer said that he could, because when I told him, oh, they won't finance you for it. He goes, what, man, I can get you financed for a glider kit. So I'm like, all right. I go, apparently you know what you're doing. He goes, I've only been doing this for 20 years, Mike. I think I might have a grip on it. I'm like, yes, love it. But I did tell him, if it falls apart, I'll come back and buy a truck through him. So like I said, either way, I'm getting a truck. And he's like, okay, I appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate you being straight up and with me. I go, well, absolutely. That's how you should be. That's how everybody should be. I don't care if it hurts your feelings or not. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just telling you like it is. They've raised a bunch of crybaby just communist crybabies is what they've raised now. Sickening. Anyway, I've always felt if you want it, work for it. Sitting on your lazy ass, having something to handed to you is a bunch of BS. That's why they say don't feed the bears. Yes, I'm completely anti-communist, anti-socialist. We only built the greatest country in the world because of capitalism. Go out there and work for it. Anyway, I'm leading astray. I don't want to do that. So I did tell him, though, his name's Jake. Easy name to remember. My son, Jacob, military guy, same thing. So I go, look, check this out. If this blue truck works out, which I'm really hoping it does, people are going to be coming up to me going, where did you get that? Oh, Jake helped me. The really cool people, I'll go see Bill. But I will say, I didn't tell him that. I'll just say, hey, I told him, and I will. I'm like, hey, call this guy here. That, because I want to repay him back for the labor he put into the effort in the beginning. So, you know, he goes and does all that effort, and then I go, nope, I'm going somewhere else. Kind of a little bit chicken shit, maybe, if you will. But I told him, I go, if you can finance this glider kit, I have no problem going through you. So anyway, we'll see what happens, and I will. People come up and ask me what's the truck. I go, yeah, this guy Jake, he got me financed fairly easy, which he did. So if you should buy your own truck, quit being a company guy. Company don't care about you. They don't care less about you. Look at what I did with quality. No quality at all in that aspect. They, I've been over backwards to help that company grow and did stuff, and then just over a text, which I never acted on, and they misunderstood. They fired me at the drop of a hat. There is no loyalty. You want loyalty? Start your own business. You want loyalty? Do your own thing. Nobody cares about you out here as an employee. Oh, we know you by name. You're not a number. BS. Get the hell out of here is what they're going to tell you. I don't care how good you are. You're bad. Your record will show. Oh, you worked here for 2 months. They fired you. Oh, you worked here for 2 days. They fired you. Oh, you worked here for a year. They fired you. You worked here for 2 months. They fired you. What's up with that? All those companies are wrong? Or is it the driver? You make the call. Anyway, so that's just kind of where we're at with that. Today's Saturday. Hope to hear something by Tuesday. Should. Only because Monday's a holiday. I called dispatch, say, hey, I've got hours left. Can I work till Monday? then I'll be out of hours. I'll take Tuesday, Wednesday off maybe. Oh, Brent already sent in your schedule. And I'm like, man, I tried to talk to that guy and there's just no talking to him. I go, hey, these steer tires need a check into. The edges are getting, the line on the edge starting to disappear. It's about time. And he goes, yeah, well, oh shoot, you take Sundays off. Everything's closed. And I'm like, well, hey, wait a second. And I was going to try to tell him, like, look I can work this week and then you can turn it in Monday or Tuesday. But he starts going up. Well, how long do you think it'll last? And I'm like, well, I'll probably go a couple of weeks and still be all right. And he goes, oh, we'll deal with it when it gets there. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to tell you, but no, I'm just going to. And I'm like, whatever. It's hard to talk to him. So when I told dispatch, I was like, here's what I would like to do. Well, he's already got you scheduled, and I can't do anything unless he says something. Another reason to buy a truck. So I was going to take the time off. Got things I can do. Maybe I'll go home, maybe I won't. I'll let my feelings decide. Anyway, so let's get a heads up on what's going on. Hopefully we can show you some real good news. Either way, you're going to see that truck. I'm not going to leave you in the dark. Hit or miss, you're going to see that truck. Anyway, that being said, thanks again for riding shotgun with Mountain Man Mike. Till the next time, enjoy. Peace! We've seen these wellhead batteries thinking that they seem small. Okay for a semi, but not for a super semi. We are super semi. Small meaning the area to drive on is a lot smaller than normal well sites. Anyway, see ya!